guys, welcome back to this channel. Today we are going to read some. Encourage someone out there. If you need an encouragement and you're going through a lot right now, I want you to stay clear that God knows, God can see you, God is with you, understands that you're going through a lot. Why in the Bible it says that when we are at our lowest, to delight himself in his strength. Because when he acts prideful, when he is doing well, he acts like he doesn't need God. That's when God is not performing at the highest. So if you want God to fully manifest, the power of God to fully manifest in your life is when you're going through challenges, when you're going through difficult times. Don't you find yourself like when you're going through difficult times, that's when you're calling on to the Lord more? Like when you're doing so well, you usually take time to pray, you take time to thank God, you take time. That's the human nature. That's how people are. Sadly, that's how people are wired. But God's love is constant. God's love is constant. God is faithful. And we can always rely on him to come through for us. We might let God down. We might be lukewarm Christians. But God is always fully committed to us. It's really sad, isn't it? So, if you want God's power to manifest the most, is when you're working humbly in humility. That's what Paul suggested. He said he takes pride not on his major, when he is strong. He likes to take pride when he's actually delight in his weakness. That's when he needs God the most. That's when God's power is utilized the most. The script, God is always with us. When he humbled himself, he is God. When he was here on earth, he did not call himself God. You can see throughout the scriptures when they say, "Teacher, you're so good," he still humbled himself and say, "Who are you calling good?" The person that is good is God. He didn't even call himself God, even though he could. He could call himself God. But he didn't. He was a servant. He acted like a servant. This is how God like us to be. Like when we are humbled, when we are our lowest, there's some lessons that we get to learn. There's some lesson that God always teaches us. Amazing characters didn't come from experiencing the most easy life. The beautiful characters came from experiencing the most challenges. So when the devil comes when you're at your lowest to come and pound you some more so that you can take up your life, don't give him attention. Focus on what God is trying to teach you at that moment. There's always something God is trying to teach you. It's trying to take you through that moment. We can see the case of Daniel in the lion's den. He was innocent, first of all, and then they threw him there in the lion's den. What kind of lesson did Daniel learn from being in the lion's den? So his faith was tested even more. His faith, like, how long will he give up on God when, after being so faithful for so long, and try to curse God in the last minute when he's experiencing challenges in the lion's den? Or is he gonna, actually his faith is gonna be used the most there, and he's gonna cry unto his God until his God actually come and rescue him? We see that he relied on God the most. He still continued to pray. He never gave up. So he was tenacious. He never gave up, even though he was going through a lot. He held on to his faith. So his faith was tested. He still held on to it. His faith was actually strengthened even more when God came through for him. Probably if that incident didn't happen, his faith would have been probably okay, like he would still be strong, but going through that, the mouth of lions, and be rescued in the danger, in the most lowest pits, that strengthened his faith even more. Like his faith went, maybe his faith was like 75. His faith now went into 100, blown proportion, like all the way to 120. Now he's like, my God came through for me there. Imagine what kind of other things came through for me. So whatever you're going through, just focus on what God is trying to teach you, and don't give up. And God, rely on God, focus on God. God is trying to teach you a lesson there. Maybe he wants you to continue relying on him. Maybe he's trying to polish your faith, like Daniel. Maybe God is trying to teach you a lesson to rely on him more and not listening to your friends. And maybe your friends didn't come to your rescue then. So wherever you are at your lowest pit, God is there with you, and he's gonna carry you through. If you cannot handle it, he's going to carry you through. This brought us to this: it doesn't matter if you're going through trials and tribulations, whether you're going through hard time, whether you're going through good times, God is always with us. And both good times and bad times are good lessons. They are both good lessons to our lives. The good times remind us how amazing God is, and the bad time teaches us even more. Both good times and bad times are very important for us as human beings. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise.